Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learn Online. So those who didn't watch my previous video regarding public speaking and leadership skills, please go watch the video, link in the description. And in the previous video I covered uh, 4 topics. Are you a born speaker? Don't try to connect with the audience. Why it is difficult to get rid of public speaking fear, and I feel nervous on the stage. So now let's move to our next important step in public speaking and leadership skills. Now the point is, we all have to go on the stage. This is the line today. I mean, this is the topic. Okay, in that public speaking and leadership qualities, we all have to go on the stage. So many times people do this. I don't want to learn public speaking, or why should I learn public speaking? I don't like going on the stage. I'm very happy in my life. I'm doing good in my work. Uh, Basically, people used to say like this. Someone has to define that word stage. Stage doesn't mean that big stage where you are standing and then you are speaking in front of thousands of people. Stage is something else. For example, once upon a time, I was giving a speech in an auditorium where in front of me there are so many school children, and I asked them one question. Basically, I am telling them a stories. So I asked them one question. Tell me, when was the last time you were standing on the stage? And one girl raised a hand. Her name was something like Aarti, and she said, "Sir, there is no stage in the school." I asked one question, and maybe the answer to that question might help you to understand what does stage really means. I said, Aarti, just imagine for a moment that after the school, you're reaching home, you open the door, and you see, along with your parents, there are 7 to 8 guests sitting at your home. Now, you are not expecting those guests, right? Your mom, when she looks at you, she gets excited and she says, "Yeah, my daughter Aarti has come, and you know, is very good at reciting poems. Aarti, will you please stand there and recite one poem for us?" Suddenly, you'll realize you're standing in front of 7 to 8 people, and somehow you're not feeling comfortable. The only reason you are feeling uncomfortable at that particular moment because you're standing on the stage. So, with this, you have to remember, whenever you separate yourself from the crowd, doesn't matter where that crowd is, maybe that crowd is in your office, in your small group meeting, maybe that crowd in your big annual meeting, or maybe the crowd is at your family gatherings, and whenever you separate yourself from the crowd, irrespective of the audience size, irrespective of where exactly the audience is sitting, that is the stage. And speaking from the stage is a leader learnable skill, just like singing and dancing. We have to learn and practice speaking from the stage. Why you should learn how to speak on the stage? Only for one reason: if you want to become a good leader in your life. Because if you want to be a leader, you have to separate yourself from the crowd, stand alone, and speak. Hope you people enjoyed these lines. We all have to go on the stage. Okay, so let's move for our next point. Are you just 7% ready with your presentation or speech? Basically, most of us make presentations. Imagine for a moment that you have a presentation tomorrow. What will you do? Most of the time, you will spend the whole day and sometimes the whole night in making the PPT. You will find some best content to make that PPT, and the next morning, when you are standing in front of people, you are only 7% ready. Why 7% ready? According to Albert Mehrabian, he did a big study on communication. Many experts says that the outcome of this study is the fundamental of communication whenever we are standing in front of people. It says that there are 3 components which decides the effectiveness of communication whenever we are speaking from the stage. Number 1, of course, the content. Number 2, body language. Number 3, vocal variety. But in this study, he has given the percentage of each component as per their contribution towards effective communication. Many times I ask people to guess the percentage, and most of the time they give the maximum percentage to the content. As per this study, the content is only 7%, body language is 55%, and vocal is 38%. So it means 93% of what decides the effectiveness of communication we don't practice. But does that means the content is not important? Of course not. Content is important. Content is the king. But what it means that when if you have to if you have the world's best content or world's best PPT or a world's best story, but if your body language and vocal variety are not good, you might not be able to communicate effectively. So in this purpose we have to make ourselves ready, complete 100%. Not only go with the content, we have to concentrate on voice and our body language too, which defines our presentation, our body language, our our way of talking, and connecting with people. Okay, so thank you friends. Next video I'll continue this topic. The video is getting more and more extra time, so I don't want to take much time of your people. Thank you for the watching, and if you do like the content, please like and subscribe my channel.